Hello everyone, welcome to Level Up. It is very important to study the topics which have dense factual details, but it becomes difficult to remember all such densely populated, very dense factual details, right? It is very important that you need to remember almost everything, particularly in the context of modern India, where you find very dense information. But how to be able to remember all of them? How can we place everything in a single slide? In today's short video, we will try to encompass this particular feature. We will try to create a basic timeline of everything that is important in the Indian national movement. This particular topic, this particular video will help you prepare the Indian national movement, all the major details, all the major events in one short video, right? So you are not burdened with a lot of things, right? Almost everything significant that happened in this context. Obviously, when you are dealing with such a short time, you cannot include everything. So when we are doing lectures, we are providing you hours of recorded videos of how to deal with this topic in a larger way. But in this particular lecture, we'll be very shortly providing you all the important details that you can study. And if you want more details, join our course and avail the major facilities. Try to avail the 90 hours of recorded lectures, the major notes, MCQs and PYQs, right? So we'll start with this Indian national movement and what all facts are important for us to remember timeline chronologically in terms of idea and important people, right? Let's start. So Indian national movement. Generally, it is dated from 1857 to 1947, right? There are a lot of chronological gaps when we are trying to understand the history of this particular period. What are the major events that happened during this period, right? So, first thing, first table, dates. Second thing, all the major events. Third thing, all the major people. Fourth thing, all the major concepts. If you create this kind of a chart, you are be able to remember most of the fact significantly, right? Let's start. We'll start with pre-Congress organization. There are at least 4 of these organizations, 3 to 4 different organizations that were formed during this period, right? So that will come under event. The formation of organization like Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, Madras Association, Indian Association, Bombay Association, right? Now, after this, there are certain important bills that you need to remember before the formation of Indian National Congress. Dates like 1878. First thing that happened was Arms Bill. We restricted the possession of arms for the civilian. 1878 Vernacular Press Act. Which restricted and gave the power to the Britishers to allow to censor the reports of Indian newspapers. 1883 Hilbert Bill. The power of Indian judges to judge a British citizen in India had to be repealed, and that eventually led to the formation of the Indian National Congress in 1885. After this, we move on to the different development that takes place in this context. Who are the important people associated with the Indian National Congress? A. O. Hume. W.C. Banerjee. These are the people who are associated with the earlier formation of the Indian National Congress. Right. Now, moving on to the next dates. The 20th century, the 1905 Bengal partition. Who is associated with it? Lord Curzon. Now, when we are talking about the formation of Indian National Congress, which is the concept that is associated with it, that is the safety valve theory. 1905 Bengal partition, and the same time agitation against the movement, against the partition. Who are the people who are associated with it? Lal Bal Pal. Right. Bengal agitation is associated with Lal Bal Pal. Right. Particularly Bal Gangadhar Tilak, who associated the Shivaji birthday and the Ganesh festival. Right. And all the larger manifestation of the movement. 1911, the shift of capital to Delhi. Before that, two major events. 1907, Surat Congress split. 1908, Alipur bombing case. Which led to the arrest of major Congress leader and a lull in the next few years of Indian National Congress. 1915, the arrival of Mahatma Gandhi. 1916, the Home Rule League, that was formed by two different people at two different contexts, Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Annie Besant. 1917-18, three major Gandhian movements that happened in Champaran, Kheda, and Ahmedabad. ' 1919, Rowlatt Act. The same year, 6th April 1919, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. 1920, Khilafat movement in opposition to the disposition of Khalifa after the First World War. January 1921, non-cooperation movement that were decided in 1920 in the Calcutta session. In 1920, there were two Congress sessions, one in Nagpur, another one is Calcutta. 1922, Chauri Chaura incident, which led to the end of the non-cooperation movement. At the same time, Gandhi was arrested and there was again a brief lull in the activities of the Indian National Movement. 1925, HSRA, HSRA basically means Hindustan Socialist Republic Association, which had leaders like Bhagat Singh, Ram Prasad Bismil, Chandrasekhar Azad, etc. Right? 1927, 28, late 1927 to 1928, the emergence of Simon Commission, the protest against Simon Commission, and the death of Lala Lajpat Rai. Here we find significant people like Gandhi, then B.G. Tilak, Shaukat Ali, and later Bhagat Singh. Lal Lajpat Rai death, which leads to the murder of Inspector Saunders, 1929 assembly bombing, and that was also the year of Lahore session, demand of Purna Swaraj. (1930), the year of Independence Day, and the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. (1931), Gandhi goes to the second roundtable conference, and the brief decline in the civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement is also associated with Dandi March from 12th March to 6th April 1930. Right? 1932, Pune Pact between Ambedkar and Gandhi. 1934, end of civil disobedience movement. And 1935, the GOI, the Government of India Act, which provide hierarchy at the center for the government. 1937, for the first time elections happened. Congress won the election in a major way, and Muslim League just won 2 seats, which led them to formulate this idea of the two-nation theory. But before that, we find the Second World War, the formation of All India Forward Bloc by Subhash Chandra Bose. (1940), two-nation theory by Jinnah, and the August offer by the Britishers, which was rejected by the Indian leaders. 1942, Quit India movement. Also, this was the same year of Cripps mission, which failed again to formulate a negotiation. 1943 to 45, this was also the period of the establishment of the Azad Hind Fauj, which remained in vogue till 1945, right? Till 1945, Second World War ended. We find a lot of different kind of policies for the transfer of power, right? Wavell Plan, Rajaji Plan, the case on INA trial, 1946, the naval mutiny. Cabinet mission. And the direct action day, which happened on 16th August 1946, that led to widespread riot across India. Right? Eventually, 1947 is the partition and independence. I'm not saying that this covers almost all the facts. There are many smaller facts that needs to be taken into account, be it the formation Congress Socialist Party, be it the formation of the Swaraj Party, Marley Minto reform, Montesquieu reforms, right? A lot of things that can be covered, right? But these are the basic timeline of the major event that followed that led to the process of the Indian national movement. For more detailed fact, you can go to our course and try to see the lectures. You will find much detailed and elaborate lectures on and notes on how to deal with the strategies of preparation for CUET PG history. Thank you so much.